Children, we have reached near skeleton and I am quite excited to see all the bones in one vision in one go. I am sure you are equally interested to know about placement of these bones in our body, which we are going to discuss along with this skeleton. As you know, skeleton, there are two main divisions: axial skeleton, in which comes the skull, the vertebral column and the rib cage. As the name indicates, axial means axis. It makes axis of the body, and that is our head, our chest and the vertebral column. And other division is appendicular skeleton, which is going to include pectoral girdle, pelvic girdle, limbs, hind limb and the forelimb. Let me start explaining the bones in this skeleton, starting with head, which is part of axial skeleton. You can see skull here. It has two parts, the cranium and the facial bones. There are 8 bones in the cranium and there are 14 bones in the facial region. The cranium bones are attached to each other by sutures, so they don't move much. Facial bones are making the face. This is the lower jaw. You will be surprised to know that this lower jaw is part of skull, a continuation from skull, and this is the jaw which is movable. The upper jaw is not movable. Try to masticate something and you will see only lower jaw moves, and movement of lower jaw allows you to eat, to speak and use your mouth accordingly. You can also see the eye sockets where eyeball are kept. The eyeball completely fits into this and you can see only the exposed part of the eye. You can also see a small hole here through which the auditory canal goes. It is ear. You can see the arrangement of teeth on the two jaws. So this is making the skull. Coming to second part of axial skeleton, which is vertebral column. Vertebral column begins here and continues. You can see this part and now it will continue further. I will see this from this side and as well as this side. This is all vertebral column and there are 26 vertebrae in our vertebral column. First one is atlas vertebra, on which the head is resting. It is a very delicate junction and very delicate part of our body. The last part of brain, you remember brain is here, and the last part of brain, the medulla oblongata or hind brain, continues as a spinal cord and runs through vertebrae. That means the hind part of brain will run through this atlas, then other vertebrae. For that, each vertebra has a special arrangement. Children, you can see the processes coming here on the back side also, and in the center there is a canal. Through that canal runs our spinal cord, and see what nature has provided a kind of protection for soft spinal cord, which is running from this point up to this point, and it is covered by these vertebrae on all the sides. Why do we have so many small pieces of bones called vertebrae in our backbone or in our vertebral column? So that there is flexibility in our body. We can move our back, our body right, left or forward or backward, and in doing so our spinal cord is not damaged. Suppose it was one piece, then it would have been a huge pressure on the spinal cord, which is very soft tissue. First vertebra is atlas, second is axis. They have different names individually and independently. We have 7 cervical vertebra. This is cervical region. Then we have 12 thoracic vertebra. This is thoracic region. I can show you. This is thoracic region where you can see rib attachment. Then there are 5 lumbar vertebra, that is in lumbar region. Then we have 1 sacrum, it is fused, and 1 coccygeal, that is also fused. You can see a small tail-like thing coming out, and that is why sometimes it is also called tail vertebra. This skeleton belongs to human. Suppose it was a skeleton of some other mammal, maybe cow, maybe cat, they have tail. This particular bone will continue in the tail.